Hi everybody. Good morning. I always look. Oh wow, what's going on? Yeah, nice to see everybody today. I had lots of interesting comments and stuff like that yesterday. It was super cool. So that was awesome. And good morning, Monique. It's very nice to see you here. And yeah, so Jane, hi, good morning. So we're going to do a lot today. I have so many things that I need to do. So we're going to get busy right away. We're going to do Brussels sprouts first, I think. And so for new people that aren't used to my shenanigans here, I always start the pan with a little bit of water in it, not oil, just water. And I always wash all of my vegetables before I put them in the fridge, so that it's easier, faster, everything's ready, ready to cook, and you just open up the fridge and you can start cutting like this because you know it's already clean. And so we're going to get the Brussels sprouts going, and I'm actually going to put this on low because I don't want them too cooked. I just want them tender crisp so that it retains the nutrients. And yeah, because the Brussels sprouts are you want all those antioxidants. So they've got antioxidants in them. They have oh yesterday Monique wants to know if how the cat ears were in the soup. Yesterday we kind of did a little experiment with cat ears, which are like a fuzzy dandelion, and actually it's an acquired taste. It's a good thing I put them in whole because they came out whole. The little I don't have any with me today, but the little shoots, the little bud shoots, actually they're long bud shoots, those were pretty good. Those were a little bit like asparagus. That was not bad. But the actual cat's ear, cooking did not take away that fuzzy texture. And so yeah, so it was that kind of thing. I think it has lots of vitamins, minerals in it. It's a wild food, so it's a superfood, but I think it's best ground up in a smoothie. Oh, Darlene, good morning. How are you? Oh, yeah. So the cat's ears need to be blended in a smoothie. That's I can't imagine. It's just the texture is really weird. Or you could chop it up really small, which would be okay too. So if you want to chop them up small so that you don't notice the little fuzzy hairs on the leaves, then that would work too. So it is really important to take advantage of those wild foods, for sure, because the thing is, the wild foods and the weeds have so much more nutrition in them than most of the stuff we buy in the store, because the majority, unless you know a local farmer or you're farming yourself and you know what's in the soil, the majority of the food comes from the soil that has been used over and over and over again, and so the original nutrition, or vitamins and minerals or whatever all that stuff is, it tends to be really watered down, and so it doesn't get that, it doesn't have as much powerful life-giving medicine in it as say a yellow dock or even a dandelion, where the root goes really, really far down, and it accesses, apparently, this is what I'm told, it accesses different minerals and vitamins than what, carrots and Brussels sprouts and beets and all that kind of stuff are kind of like pulling the same thing all the time because that's what they use. And so your variety of nutrients is limited to whatever it can get a hold of, whereas the weeds generally grow in places that haven't been farmed over and over and over again, so you're getting different nutrition. And that's kind of like my unofficial, unprofessional take on it, from what I understand. Okay, so we've got these going. I'm going to turn them up a little bit. We're going to add, I have a lovely horseradish here, And yeah, I encourage you guys to get some horseradish. You can just take a little chunk off like this or like this and stick it in the ground, and it grows like crazy. Like, it hardly takes any effort to grow horseradish, and fresh. It is just so amazing. So I'm going to put a couple pieces of horseradish in with the Brussels sprouts, and so that it gets that beautiful spicy flavor in there. The other thing I have here is we made this before, and it is we ground up just simply ginger and garlic. So get your little magic bullet, you know, and put some garlic and ginger in it, and then just grind it up, and then you stick it in a jar, and then you have it to use, so that you, anytime you want garlic and ginger together, it's already there for you, and it smells just really amazing. So I don't have that many Brussels sprouts. I'm going to add like a half teaspoon of that. And so when this gets going, we're just going to add, and I might as well do it now because I don't want to really cook it too much, a little bit of cayenne, which we love, the cayenne. We're going to add garlic powder, and we're going to do the sunflower seeds. So we're going to add sunflower seeds to it, just a little bit. I don't want it to taste too much like sunflower because they can be a little overpowering. And then we're going to add some pecans because that has just a really mild flavor. And I'm just going to let these cook just a little to soften them, and then I'm going to add the cranberries. So yeah, so that's that. We're going to go like that. And you know, it's really nice to just add that flavor of just a little bit of honey to it. I mean, maple syrup. We're going to add a little maple syrup. Just brings it out. You know, the maple syrup mixed with the garlic and the ginger and the maple syrup, it just really blends a really beautiful, flavors together. So that's one thing. So we're going to put that on. How long will it stay fresh? Where's the jar? Here it is. This will stay fresh. I'd say this has been about a month, because really, when you think about it, garlic is like, and then the ginger, they're both antibacterial, antiviral, they preserve pretty good. And you know what you could do? I mean, depending on what you want to use it for, you can add some apple cider vinegar to help preserve it as well. Which leads me to the next thing. We have so much to do today. I'm so glad, Darlene. It's so funny. I'm glad everybody's really enjoying my craziness, because yeah, it's awesome. I have things I need to do, and it's so fun to have a group that is going to hang out and watch me do it. So, okay, next thing. We are going to do, what are we going to do first? Let's do the salad dressing first. Okay, I need more salad dressing, and this is my homemade salad dressing. So this is a base, and you can use this and flavor it up to with sesame seed oil, and you can make an Oriental dressing or a Catalina dressing or a Thousand Island, but this is the base for it. And so, we're going to just have a little bit of onion, and you know, I'm going to have a look here. Oh, that's okay. I'm going to just use this onion. I'm not going to use the whole thing. I thought I had a smaller onion, but that's okay. I go through a lot of onions, if you haven't noticed. Okay, so, and I'm going to try and leave the peel on this time. Usually I'll try and take the peel off, but I'm going to leave it on because I am going to leave this out for the day. So this would be equivalent to half an onion for the half a medium-sized onion for the salad dressing. So, oh yeah, so it's just a little, I'm so used to the Vitamix being able to handle just anything, but we're just going to do it in the little magic bullet. So his blades are not very sharp. They're not very strong. So, yeah. What I'm after here, what my recipe is, and these recipes are on YouTube, on my YouTube, is half of a medium onion is what I'm after. And so, so that's kind of the consistency of what we're doing here. Consistency. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm not going to use all that either because you want a balance of the flavors. And so we're going to use garlic, and oh my gosh, I'm out of garlic. That is just, you should always have garlic. And I have a whole bunch in the garden, but it's not ready yet. And I could pull some baby ones out, I guess, but I need to go and get some more organic garlic for sure. I'm going to turn this down. So the garlic's so important. You know, this salad dressing is actually the same thing as a cold and flu formula for any kind of sore throat, any kind of, you think you're getting something, a little, you know, half teaspoon of this will pretty much kill anything. And as far as germs, viruses, but it's super, super yummy, just straight up. And what I will often do too, I'm putting the garlic in here, so that would be like 2 cloves. I would like 3, but I'm out, so I might add more later. What you can do with this, if you have your own favorite salad dressing that that you want to use, what I will often do is I will add this to any other salad dressing. So even if I'm doing a beautiful balsamic, like we did some of these oils and the blackberries in apple cider vinegar. So even if I want a different flavor, I will add some of this just for that garlic kick and that antioxidant healing, the healing powers of it. So this is actually prepared horseradish. I'm going to use this because you can, and because I'm not really entirely sure that the magic bullet would handle this, but maybe if I cut it up small enough. Let's see. You know, the horseradish, I'll add a little bit. I just don't want to kill the magic bullet in front of you guys. That would be not cool. Although I've made a lot of videos where we had technical difficulties and we were all fine. Oh yes, and also with the pecans and the sunflower seeds, to have them raw for sure, which is another reason I don't really want this to cook. I just want it to warm up because they're so healthy for you and they have the omega-3s. Thank you, Jane, for reminding me of that. Okay, so we've got the horseradish, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add some apple cider vinegar here, and apple cider vinegar is the one with the mother. And it's quite strong in this. So I'm going to say 1/8 of a cup. And then some olive oil. So the olive oil really does help it to pour like a salad dressing, right? So you can add quite a bit of that. I'd say 1/4 cup of that. And that helps it to pour better. And the other thing that I use, you can either use honey or maple syrup, whatever it is that you're after. In this case, I'm going to use the maple syrup, but if you prefer, you can use whatever sweetener you want. The maple syrup, of course, is milder. The typical honey that grows around here from I have a couple friends that are super wonderful beekeepers, and so that is has the antibacterial and antiviral properties as well. And it's stronger, much sweeter than the maple syrup. That's what I was after saying. Okay, so is that it? I think I had my little group of things here. And so, the salad dressing. Okay, we're going to put that in. And so this is awesome because you can make a bigger batch, and I probably should have really because I ran out right away. But but that's all the garlic I had. So, unfortunately. So you can see the consistency. Can you see the consistency? You can kind of see it through there. So it's creamy. When you put it in the fridge, it will separate a bit, like the olive oil will kind of go at the top and the vinegar will go at the bottom or something like that. And so just give it a little, I put it in a jar in the fridge and just give it a little shake to mix it up. And it is amazing. Like it has the, you know, with the garlic and the, that's what I forgot was ginger. It has to have ginger. I knew I forgot something. Oh my gosh. Okay. I hate getting up and running around looking for things while you guys are here, so I'm just going to add that later. But please know the recipe on the YouTube has the ginger. That's what I forgot. And so you guys are going to tell me, you're going to, oh, garlic and ginger right here. Woohoo! You have to love it when the universe just, you know, it just is like ding, ding, ding. Guess what? You have it right here in front of you. Don't you love that? That is just the most awesome thing. I love it when that happens, and it happens a lot because I pay attention a lot. And you go to look for something and it isn't there, and then all of a sudden it appears, or you're thinking about something and it happens, and oh my God, that is just like so super cool. Here we have garlic and ginger, so we're just gonna mix it again. Yeah, super, super funny. Oh my gosh, that's just super awesome. So, yeah, the universe, you know, we don't really realize how much our thoughts influence what happens in our lives. And so it's super, super awesome to, I knew Monique would know that already, but I'm a little slow sometimes. So, and when awesome things happen, I just get so excited. So yes, for sure. Sometimes I don't see the obvious. Okay, let's do this again. But still, it's important. It's important to pay attention when the universe offers you gifts. And yeah. And somebody yesterday said I wasn't getting old. Yeah, right. Okay, beautiful. This is the salad dressing. So back to the thing here. This is the base, and what you can do is you can add a sesame seed oil and a tamari or some kind of natural soy sauce and make it like an oriental dressing, or you can add ketchup to it and make it like and a little bit more sweetener, whatever your natural sweetener is, to make it like a Catalina, or you can add a little bit of your veganaise or mayonnaise and pickle relish, and that kind of makes it sort of Thousand Island-ish. So that's a salad dressing. So that was really hilarious and funny, and yep, I'm a little slow sometimes. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, oh yes, we're going to make a smoothie because I need to do that also. I have so many things that have to happen today. So your celery and your parsley. Parsley, we talked about that yesterday. It has all the vitamins and minerals. It'll pull out heavy metals. It's like the most nutrient-dense herb, apparently, so they say. Okay, so the celery is super good for, I should probably cut it, but I don't have any room here. The celery is really good for arthritis. It has lots of natural potassium, sodium. It's really good for the joints. It's really good for the lymphatic system. We're going to put some more parsley in. And this is the Vitamix, so it can handle pretty much anything. And so we're going to put in the collards, which are great source of vitamin A, vitamin C. They've got calcium. And of course they have the... but that might be too much. They have the vitamin K too. You know that the kale and the cabbage has. Swiss chard from my garden. I still have. They haven't quite gone to seed yet, and so the like they're really, really tall, and I'm waiting for them to seed so that I can take the plants out for the new plants. But I don't want to waste the beautiful leaves. So, oh, plantain. So we were talking about plantain last week, and so this will be my wild food that will carry even more different minerals, different nutrition, and add to the smoothie, you know, like just different things that the plantain picks up. And it is good for the skin, good for the lymph, it's good for the oh gosh, so many different things that escape me right at this moment. Kale for your vitamin K. And kale is the most nutrient dense food, like green food, so they say. And then parsley's the most nutrient dense herb. So it's important to have those. We're going to put in another piece of plantain for all those extra vitamins and minerals that we don't normally get. And I do have a little bit, it kind of wilted from this morning, but I do have a little bit of chickweed. Chickweed is so good for you. It's been used for all kinds of things. Lymphatic system, has vitamins and minerals. It has been used like for edema and for weight loss. Like if you have any swelling in your feet or that kind of thing, it just really helps to move things through the lymphatic system. So there's more chickweed and there's more kale, and I will break him up so that they don't get all caught up in each other. And what else did I pick this morning? Well, I didn't pick the carrot, but I'm going to put it in because it's important to get a good variety in your smoothie. And so obviously, this is going to be a green smoothie. So it would be pretty green just like that, which is super awesome because you really do need to get your greens in. And we talked yesterday about powdered greens and how that is like a blood transfusion, and the smoothies are too. They're if they're made like this, they are. So it's the chlorophyll, right, that feeds the blood so much, and so that's the that's what we really want to balance that acid alkaline balance in our body to assist in preventing inflammation. So it's really important to have all this green, whether it's in a greens powder or whether it's in a smoothie. I also have my juicer for juicing, and the difference between juicing and the smoothie is the juicing doesn't have all the fiber, right? So it's removing all the fiber and just giving you the juice, so it goes into the body very quickly, and it's more of a cleanser rather than a builder. So I like to do both. You know, there's times when I really feel like the juicing is what I need. I just want that pure juice and it tastes amazing. And then other times, you know, I mean, we need our fiber in the whole food as well. So we're going to, my apples are getting pretty old from the tree from last year. So I have to kind of work around the little parts that are not going to be usable too much. So this is going to be our sweet for the smoothie. I got a little bit out of it before I send it to the compost. And so, yeah, so the apple that's going to be our sweetener. I don't like putting a lot of fruit in my smoothie unless you're making a treat smoothie. Then you can have lots of fruit. Okay, so the other thing I have here, this is cool, and I hope I get more this summer. So anybody who's listening or watching, I would love to get more plums, any kind of plums. These are those little tiny, I don't know what they are. But last summer there were no plums. Like I just didn't get any plums. So anybody has plums this summer and you have extras, let me know that you want to get rid of. I'll come and get them. So these are the little tiny, I don't know what they're called. And I just stuck them in the freezer, obviously like this. Super easy. Throw them in the freezer. I wash them, throw them in the freezer, and they have the little pits. So I took them out like about an hour ago. And so I'm just squishing them to pull the pits out because, you know, I just don't have time to do that before I put them in the freezer. And put these little pits here. And so we're going to add some of the plums for extra tart flavor. So anything you have in the fridge from last year for fruit, you know, just throw it in the freezer and you can do so many things with it. You know, I'm not, as you saw last week, I'm not that much of a baker. I'm not very good at it. Although that rhubarb strawberry cake did turn out really, really good. But that was a fluke because I'm not a professional baker at all. But it was a good recipe. So, oh my goodness, now I have plum hands. Okay, so we're going to take the plum hands. We're going to take my little cloth here. And we're going to add a little bit more sweet with the blueberries. So these are blueberries from Avalon Farm here in Port Alberni. They have the certified organic blueberries. So I'm going to add a handful of that. 2 handfuls because I don't want to. I could get a real handful if I stood up, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so the other thing that people tend to do, I'm just going to show you this. Does that look nice? The other thing people tend to do with their smoothies is they tend to add yogurt to it. So, or milk or whatever. Depending on what you're trying to do, it reverses the effect. So if you're doing a smoothie for cleansing and building your body and having, you know, helping with health issues, let's just put it that way, the milk products do not help with that. Okay, so even yogurt's really good. If you have a pure yogurt that you have cultured at home or some kind of pure cultured yogurt that's not commercially bought, then it's fine. But basically, even the really good ones in the store, if you have a lymphatic issue or congestion issue, which I do tend to have, I am that type, dairy products are like the worst thing to clog you up. So yeah, so mucus forming and all that kind of stuff. So I don't advise for people that are doing, like if you're trying to do a cleanse or you're trying to do lymphatic whatever for your health, it's best to not do that. But people do love their smoothies creamy. So I'm going to do this with water first, a little bit of water, and then I do have some almond milk here. You can use that. That also adds a little bit of protein, and your protein is going to slow down the digestion. So if you're using fruits, or not slow down the digestion, well, it does. Protein does slow down the digestion, but it also slows down the work of the pancreas. So if you were doing a bunch of fruit, that might be a little bit more appropriate to add the almond milk for the protein, because it'll slow down the blood sugar from spiking. So the protein slows everything down with the blood sugar. It burns like a log. We've had that conversation before. And but in this case, I just want the nutrition. I don't really want the almond milk or the protein, because I want this to supercharge me for the day. And the protein will make it last longer for energy and balance the blood sugar. So it all depends on what you want to do. That's why, you know, there's a lot more to it. And if you are trying to do something to increase your health, there's just so much misinformation out there. What you need to do is really get the whole picture to accomplish whatever it is that you know, that you're trying to do. So, smoothie. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. Okay, here we go. We're going to put the little lid on the little smoothie and go like this. Now see, the only problem with so many greens and the beautiful blueberries is it kind of turns brown. It's not very appetizing looking. So what we should do, okay, I am going to jump up just for a minute because I'm going to show you something. Well, I'll just tell you something. We're out of time. Okay, I put a little piece of beet in here. So if you put a little tiny piece of beet, this will turn pink and it'll look much more appetizing. But anyways, it's going to taste fabulous because it does have the blueberries has the plums, has the little bit of apple, and then all your greens. Okay, so I am going to leave it like that, but if you wanted to add the almond milk, that'll make it look better too. and that would also change up the flavor. So experiment with that, but it's just an understanding of the way the protein slows down the digestion and how it works to hold your blood sugar level. So obviously I've turned this off. We have one more thing to make. Okay, real quick. Quick. And hemp hearts. The hemp hearts were going to go in the smoothie. But you know what? We're going to put them in the broccoli salad. Okay, let's do this. So I have some broccoli here, and I need to make a broccoli salad real quick because this broccoli is just on the edge. So it is always good to go through your fridge and make sure that you don't waste anything and use things when they're, before they get too far gone, because it would be such a shame to throw away, or compost vegetables that are so precious to us right now. Okay, so we're just going to go like this. We're going to chop this up. I want it fairly chunky, and it's so awesome to have you guys hang out with me while I make all our meals for the day. Okay, broccoli coming into the bowl. Okay, there we are. Oh, that was an end. Okay, and as you guys know, that I do like to use the broccoli hearts. This doesn't have a very long stem, and I see that it's hollow, or for whatever reason, so I'm not going to use that, but usually I'll peel the broccoli stem and put the broccoli heart in, which is totally awesome. Okay, so we have our broccoli. We're going to use a little bit of the veganaise and whatever kind of mayonnaise or whatever it is that you might want to do. And so what we're going to do is put a little bit of that in here. And do I happen to have a fork? No. So we're going to use a spoon. Okay, so a little bit of the veganaise, like a heaping tablespoon, or whatever mayonnaise you have. And we're going to use this. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but it's it's a coconut. It's called coconut nectar, but it's like a coconut. Bragg's is known for the liquid aminos, and it's like a fermented soy sauce, like a natural soy sauce. Bragg's the brand name, and it's usually like a sort of a teriyaki taste or soy sauce taste. And this one is made with coconut, so it has a beautiful sort of coconutty, soy saucy. It's amazing. It's really amazing. I'm almost out. I need some more. So I'm going to use that because that's going to make an amazing flavor. And it's quite mild. Like I poured probably 1/8 of a cup in there, which you would never do with soy sauce. It would be too, the Bragg's soy flavor. It's too salty. So we're going to add maple syrup to this as well. And then we're going to add the secret ingredient, add a little bit of that. It's nice. It's always nice to have a sweet broccoli salad, I think. And then we're going to add this. So this is the end of my sauerkraut, my raw fermented sauerkraut. I have recipes on this, but we should probably do it again because I think those recipes on YouTube, like I have 125 or 40 videos on YouTube, and I'm so not professional, and it's a waste of time to try and be perfect, honestly, for me, my opinion. And so they're not really that close to perfect of videos. But you know what? It's all learning, right? If we expected everything to be perfect, I would never get anything done. If I had to be perfect, oh my God, I would just never get anything done. So I don't even look for that. And so if there's some boo-boos on the videos, let me know if they're terrible and I'll delete them. But otherwise, just take the information, right? Take the information. Don't expect perfection in life, I think. Personally, that works for me. It works really well for me because then my expectations are more easily met. Okay, back to this. This is the juice from the sauerkraut, the raw fermented sauerkraut that we make. And I'm going to add this. And so this, the raw sauerkraut, okay, back to the point, is so full of probiotics. You know, your intestinal bacteria, your gut biomes, those bacteria are the most important thing. Really, even through this whole COVID thing, they were saying that the people that had the best, you know, after, I don't know, autopsies or something, but the people with the best bacterial biomes were able to fend it off easier, faster. So I don't know exactly what the studies were, but it doesn't surprise me because if your stomach, intestine, colon aren't working, nothing else is really going to, you know, it's going to be kind of hard to maintain super good health if those aren't working, because that's the base of your system. I don't know. I must be out of words. I can't think. And this is not easy to mix with a spoon, but this is just the coconut nectar and the veganase, and you know what? It's going to mix in the broccoli. Okay, so let's just go like this, and we'll mix it around. So this is going to have a beautiful sweet, sort of sweet sour with the raw sauerkraut, and the coconut nectar is has that little salty, so sweet salty flavor in the broccoli salad. Sorry, I noticed in some of my videos I clang a lot. I'll try not to clang while I mix this. And the ham parts. Yes, we'll add the ham parts in here. Oh my gosh, I'm just looking at the comments. Okay, so we have the ham parts here, and we have our beautiful broccoli salad. And my throat is going, so I guess we should go. Okay, there you go. Brussels sprouts, pecans, garlic, ginger, and horseradish. Beautiful broccoli salad. Healthy brown smoothie. And where to go? Salad dressing. Yay, we did it. Yay, okay. So nice to see everybody on here, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Have a good day.